is Father Carr, and we're now in our second program on Hollywood in Boston. Here, grab your St. Benedict's hat, and we'll start our journey. This is the home of the famous Brink's job. In the 1950s, there was a robbery here where $6 million was stolen. Not a shot was fired, no one was hurt. And the robbers had figured if they could hide the money, then after 7 years, no warrants, no nothing, they'd get away with it. The robbery, as I said, was here, and 2 movies were filmed based on the robbery. One was called Six Bridges to Cross, which was a theory on what happened with the robbery with Tony Curtis. The other one was The Brink's Job, which was the actual story with Peter Falk and Peter Boyle. If you look at this story, you can see that what happened was so fascinating to the people that the men almost got away with it. As it turns out, of the robbers, one of them was arrested, and he ended up in jail doing time. And there he figured, well, they were going to walk away with his part of the money, so he stooled on them, as they say. He let the information out, and there it was. They were all arrested, they lost the money, they all ended up doing time. That man was called Specs O'Keefe, and one of the interesting things is when they brought the robberies into the courthouse, the robbers into the courthouse, everyone actually cheered the robbers. Specs O'Keefe was booed. One of the key elements of this story, by the way, is that the men were able to do the robbery because the people who were working here followed the exact same routine every single night, and they were being watched. And so as they followed the same routine every night, they plotted this out. Now when security systems work, they make sure they teach people don't follow the same routine every night, because that reality cost Brink's over $6 million. This is the counting room, and just as in the original robbery, the counting room is where the scene was, and it's where all the money was robbed from. Peter Boyle and Peter Falk, among the other actors, came down before they filmed the scene, and they waved hello to the crowd, and they stand before the crowd. Then they went up and they did the scene. Now, if you happen to see the movie and you see that scene where it all takes place, you'll happen to notice that there's a man standing there with a pad of paper and a pen, and he's got his back to the camera, and he's pointing several times to one of the victims of the robbery in the movie. Well, that man is my father. What they did is they got the original reporters who were on the scene at the original robbery, and they used them again for the movie. So my father was there, and also one of our neighbors who was a photographer originally for the Boston Record and then for the Boston Herald when the movie was out, and he too is in that scene. When they filmed the movie, this was in the summer of, I believe it was 1976 or 1977. And what they had done, and they had put cars from the era of the early 1950s along the side of the street. And they were so meticulous about the details, what they even did is, and anyone who works in the movie industry knows they do this, they actually sprayed the cars with dirty water to make it look more realistic. The problem is, between the time that the movie was filmed and the robbery that happened in the 50s, air conditioners were invented. So the director happened to see an air conditioner in the window and went up to the man who had the air conditioner and asked him if he could give him $20 a day to remove the air conditioner. Well, the following day, the director came on the set and saw a whole bunch more windows with air conditioners in them. And, of course, he knew he had to pay those people $20 a day to keep their now brand new air conditioners out of the window. This is Father Carr. Thanks for watching.